Hello, it is almost 7 p.m. on May 5th, 2020, and welcome to the weather update. A little warmer than expected once again today, especially in the afternoon. Temperature's 62 right now at Farmingdale as of 6 o'clock here. It hasn't updated yet. It's a little before 7, but we got up there, so it was cool in the morning, I think. It was cool. We were in the 50s, and then it got warmed up in the afternoon. When the wind dropped, we had like a northwest wind, and then the wind went more westerly, and that's probably what got us up there to 62. Let's see if it's any cooler further out east on the island in West Hampton. So it's 60 there too, northwest wind at 12. You'll also notice the humidity is very low, 18%, and the dew point is 16. So we're dealing with pretty dry, warm air that is over us right now. And if we look to the south, though, you'll see here on the radar that there is some shower activity over, looks like New Jersey. Whether that's actually reaching the ground or not, not sure. That's with a little bit of a wave there, and that wave you'll be able to see here on the satellite wound up moving through our area. So we started off with sun this morning, but then the clouds kind of rolled in around a little afternoon. We had these cirrus clouds, the cirrus deck rolling, and then it cleared out again after 4 o'clock. No, I didn't go to the Pines, and could have gone, but nah, I didn't today. Hopefully you did get out. I did take a nice walk, though, in the afternoon, though, around Jericho. So, I got out there and walked, but I didn't go to the Pines. Here is the satellite, the high-resolution satellite, and you will see here that this morning you could see the cirrus was already getting ready to roll in on us, and then, boom, it kind of rolled in on us right around 1 o'clock or so. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, it rolled right in on us. And then it cleared out again. So it actually got kind of overcast, and then it cleared out again around 4 o'clock or so. Let's look at some of the current observations on the neighborhood weather here that we have for you. Looking again, you see mostly 60s here, except maybe on the south shore. Looks like a sea breeze is trying to get going here. Perhaps a sea breeze is trying to get going right on the south shore where you see 50s. But most everybody's in the low 60s. For Long Island, and maybe the East End also in the upper 50s, a little cooler there. Cities actually made it to the mid 60s, it looks like. I see here 64, 65. New Jersey, a little cooler because they're cloudy and they might have a couple of showers. I don't think those are reaching the ground given how dry this air mass is. I seriously doubt it. Let's go look at our weather map here from the National Weather Service, and you will see here that first of all, you will see here that there is some severe weather in the south. There's actually some, looks like tornado warnings. So with this cell right here, there's some tornado warnings. If I take the warning overlay off, you will see that looks like a pretty nasty cell over there. But that is over the southeast, and that's what some of these clouds are coming from, this wave right here. Whoa, what happened there? Okay, so let's go to our area here. And look at some of the observations here. So 60s, 60s, 60s. Let's see, where's Central Park in this? 63 at LaGuardia. I don't see Central Park here. That's weird. We see mainly 60s across our area. Not much wind. The winds are light. So we don't really have to deal with too much wind. So let me see what Central Park is. So Central Park is reporting 62 according to this. Yeah, everybody's gotten pretty much into the 60s today, even though we weren't supposed to. The original forecasts weren't calling for that. So let's go look at the models and see what we have in store for us as we head into the rest of the week. So we're going to first start with the upper air here. So let me go to upper air. We'll go to the North America look. So I want to point out to you what's going to be happening, because if this was the winter, man, we would have had such bitter cold weather. It's such a waste. Let's go to the upper air, the GFS. So you see we have some troughing. You can see, if you follow the lines, you can see where they're coming from over here. So this is air that's coming from the Arctic, but it's obviously, because the strong sun angle, it warms up a great deal at the time it gets here. So you'll see what happens. We have another trough swinging through tomorrow, which brings us a chance of rain. And then you can see just that below normal, and then an even bigger trough, a really deep trough for the weekend, Saturday. Look at that. So that is really deep. and that's going to mean a very strong northwest flow coming right out of. Follow the isobars, you will see. I'll draw them for you. Draw my arrow here, show you here. This is coming right from the North Pole, right down toward us. So if this was wintertime, we would have had some really nice bitter cold weather, but unfortunately it's not. So we're not getting that. So it's kind of like I said, it's kind of a waste, with that. And so it's still they still keep that trough in the east, and then it tries to lift it out toward the end of the period a little bit. This is the 18 ZGFS. I don't have all the way out yet. Now we'll go ahead and look at the euro as well on this as well, because I think the euro might even be deeper. Looks like how far south that trough goes. Wow. So here's for look at that. That's really deep. That is some really cold air that's going to be brought down with that. That is for sure. So let's change this back to the CONUS regions, and we'll go back to the GFS. We'll look. Let's see what that translates to the surface. We'll look at the temperatures, and we'll first start off with the weather map, the regular weather map. So right now you can see we have this low pressure wave that is going to be passing to the south tomorrow. Most of the moisture stays to the south, but it's going to intensify as it gets offshore. We may get a little light rain from that. Moves away Thursday, and then we're back in that northwest flow, and then here comes the next system on that really deep trough, and this is going to move just to our south also Friday at 10. There could actually be a little snow right on the northern edge, perhaps. If it hits at night, you might see some snowflakes maybe in May, yes, and that one is going to really bomb out. And then it's going to be a really cold and windy day on Saturday. Look at how tight those isobars are. It's going to be a lot of wind on Saturday, and I think we're going to be dealing with more of that wind also on Sunday as well, with those tight isobars there and that flow coming right out of Canada. And then as we go into next week, the next system would bring our next chance of rain, and look at that, and then snow in interior New England. So it indicates, you can see, and then another cold high builds down for Wednesday. And then we get kind of, after that, we might get into another miserable wet pattern again into the next weekend, the 15th and the 16th, with the stall front perhaps. And then look at that, it's actually forming a tropical system down there. That's way, way in advance. We take one thing at a time here. All right, so this is going to translate to much, much below normal temperatures. So when we look at the temperature anomalies, we're going to go to the temperature anomaly here and show you that we're going to be below normal. So look at how below normal. Tomorrow's going to be below normal. Thursday, Friday, and then here comes that plunge for Friday and Saturday. And like I said, if this was the winter, we would have been only in the teens. It would have been, and we would have been going down to near zero at night. And look at how cold this air mass is for Saturday. I mean, man, if this was the winter, this is the frustrating thing. If this was the winter, man, we would have had such an awesome plunge of cold air. Frigid air would have been a deep freeze. But instead it's April. It's May, so we're getting this in May instead. But hey, at least it'll keep the heat away. So let's take a look at how this is gonna. Let's take a look and see how the temperature forecast now pans out, and then we'll look at tomorrow's system. So as we go into tomorrow, you'll see what that cloud cover is going to be cooler. I think it'll be a lot cooler tomorrow, so it'll probably be in the mid-50s, probably, maybe not even. Probably low 50s, probably. And then for Thursday, it comes that front Thursday. It will warm up. We will have the sun out, I think, and we will get into the low 60s on Thursday. But then here comes that next front for Friday, and we're dropping back. And then look at Saturday overnight. We're going down to the 30s. And then for Saturday, we're only going up to around 50 degrees, struggling to get there. Sunday, maybe a little warmer, mid-50s, but that's probably at least 10 degrees below normal for this time of the year. And then we try to warm up by next week a little bit, but still below normal for the most part. So the key is we're going to be below normal. So I'm going to shift over to the NAM 12 kilometer, and we're going to look at our next chance for the rain here. Well, actually, we'll keep it on the G. Now, the GFS resolution is too low. So I like the GFS because it goes every 6 hours, and to me, that's not enough. You know, I like using the NAM because it goes every hour instead of every 6 hours, so you get an idea. That's why I don't usually use that in a short range. So you see, there's that rain to the south. We don't really get into it. The NAM brings it awfully close to us tomorrow afternoon, and we may get into it a little bit tomorrow afternoon. A little light rain, perhaps, as that low kind of goes right by us, literally right by us, and it kind of nicks the Cape there early Thursday morning with some heavier rain, and then it moves on out. And then the next chance of showers would probably be just like with that cold front, come through some instability showers, and then the next system would be Friday night to Saturday. And look at this. So the Friday night to Saturday could be pretty rainy. Overnight, the overnight hours, very cold rain. But look up north, folks. If you're in Albany, you might be getting some snow. Yes, snow in May. So that is, and I think this will happen. I think there will be some snow up there. If we were to look at the total snowfall accumulation here, wow, look at that. So some parts in the mountains could see 8 or 9 inches from this. Wow. That is something. Oh, man. But we're going to miss that again. If this was the winter, man, we would have had a nice snowstorm. But no. Nope. Let's see if the GFS has the snowfall. Let's see how it has the snowfall. Not as impressive. It's a little different. You can see the GFS only goes every 6 hours, which I don't like. We'll move back to the NAM here. It's one NAM 12 kilometer, and we'll look at our total rainfall for the system for the overnight that we're going to be getting tomorrow. So it doesn't look like we'll see all that much rain, but like I said, there could be some light rain around. East End probably more likely as the storm gets going. It'll probably nick the East End and the Cape a little bit, and then we just stage right into the next system, and that overnight system will probably be a soaker, but we'll have plenty of time between now and then. So we'll look at a couple of other models. We're going to look at the HRRR and look at and see how it handles it. I'll go to the 21 now. This doesn't go that far out, but we'll see how far. So this stays to the south, and then we probably start getting into that rain probably tomorrow afternoon. So it will be a rainy afternoon, perhaps into the early evening with that rain. And then we should have some improvement on Thursday. So here's the GFS. I will show it to you just as well. You can see kind of get in the outer edge of that rain. We could wind up getting a little more rain than anticipated from this. And then here's Thursday. Things are improving. So let's take a look at the sky conditions. So here is the GFS sky conditions. Obviously, plenty of clouds tomorrow. And then this system kind of pulls out of here. And then hopefully Thursday afternoon we can clear it out a little bit. And then more clouds for Friday ahead of the next system that's going to be coming in to the picture. And then that moves through, and that's an overnighter. So it should be dry on Saturday, but cold. And then here's Sunday. So Sunday looks like could be mostly sunny day over us again. The resolution is very low on this, so it's really hard to tell. Let's go to the NAM 3 kilometer. So again, here's that system here. Goes away. It passes to our south, moves away, and then we try to get rid of those clouds. Hopefully, by late morning Thursday, we should have maybe mostly sunny skies, maybe a couple of cumulus, maybe a little later on, a little bit more as we get to late. I don't know if that's cumulus or cirrus. I'm thinking that's cumulus. It looks like cumulus. Let me go to the high cloud. Yeah, it's cumulus. It's low clouds. Be cumulus. Yeah, that would be stratocumulus, and that's just the cold air coming in. I think that would be bringing in that stratocumulus. So let's go look at the RGM clouds as well. I'm gonna move this over to that. So we'll see how that looks. So yeah, it looks like we start off clouds Thursday morning, and then we get rid of them pretty quick, and then it's clear for the rest of the day. Hopefully, we'll have mostly sunny skies, so it should be very nice later on Thursday once we get rid of those clouds. Okay, so we'll go to windy.com here, and we will take a look now. Interesting, this actually shows a sea breeze front right over here. So there might actually be a sea breeze front right over this part of Long Island right here. If you can see that developing, it wouldn't surprise me because it did warm up. So we could have a sea breeze front right here trying to get in. That's a possibility for sure. Interesting. Okay. So we're looking at the wind forecast for the wind gust forecast. Actually, I'll go to look at the wind forecast. So moving the wind forecast along, looking at tomorrow. Let's move this along to tomorrow. Um, you'll see we're going to have that easterly flow here, that east-northeast flow, which is, generally a kind of cloudy, damp flow that you're going to get. And then Thursday, the winds swing around to the northwest. And again, this is usually I'm using the euro on this. But Thursday shouldn't all be that windy, actually. It shouldn't be. Let me look at the wind gusts. It won't be very windy. So Thursday, we shouldn't have too much wind to deal with on Thursday. It's when that second batch of cold air comes in that we're going to be dealing with some stronger winds, I think. And that's with that next system that comes in behind that. So that's when we're going to see that wind on Saturday. And there's going to be some strong winds. It's sustained into the 20s. And I haven't even hit wind gusts yet. So Saturday is going to be pretty windy. I think we could see a high wind warning that day. And we may be dealing with that wind again on Sunday, too, with the high wind warning as well. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we'll also be dealing with high winds with that, too, again, because you have that trough in the east, and then you match it up with the temperatures, and temperatures are only going to be struggling to get up to 50 degrees or near 50 on Sunday. And on Saturday, we're probably only going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if we can't make it out of the 40s on Saturday. I think we're not going to make it out of the 40s on Saturday. I really don't. So let's take a look and see how we do with the clouds here. So here's Thursday, 10 a.m. You can see we're getting rid of the clouds. Let's see what it looks like 1 p.m. So it does develop, Euro does develop some more clouds around that time, around that 1 p.m. time frame. The Euro seems to be open. No, it's not that. So I think Thursday will be your next nice day. But here's what it looks like tomorrow for your Wednesday. You can see it's got that light rain over us. I think we're going to be dealing with that rain tomorrow. But Thursday looks pretty nice, especially in the afternoon. I think it's going to be nice. Friday, we're going to have the increasing clouds and the chance for showers later on. And then for your Saturday, we'll probably have a lot of low clouds, cumulus clouds, but the sun will be out, but we'll be dealing with that wind, I think, and maybe a snow flurry or two, perhaps, on Saturday. And Sunday looks like a lot more clouds, perhaps on this model, showing more clouds. So that does wrap up this weather update. Again, get ready for some cold weather come this weekend. Take care.